How's it going, everyone? This is Talking Just to Talk. Welcome to our next episode. This episode, we're going to be talking about marriage and women. I'm your host, Jared. I'm here with Fred and Christian. How's it going, people?
Hello,
Doing
everyone.
pretty good. Doing very good.
What are you
Nice.
doing? All right, so let's talk about how marriage sucks donkey dick, shall we?
What?
The donkeyest of dicks. So, do y'all agree with marriage?
I do per se, but it's just like it's fucking hard. Probably, like everyone, all the old heads I talk to, they be like, "Yuck, Buck, don't ever get married." You know what I mean? They always tell me that. So I'm just like, you're like reinforcing my head, like maybe I shouldn't get married. But I would like to someday. But it all comes down to finding that one, that one girl that's like, oh snap, this is all I need or want type stuff.
So, you agree there's just one out there?
I mean,
It's
it has
the
to be,
soulmate
right?
theory.
I mean, it has to be, right?
It has to only be one?
I don't know. It's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard, but
I don't see that being the
yeah.
case.
So yeah. Tell me your story about
All right. I'll tell you mine. Thanks for asking.
it. He's so rude.
All right, so it's like marriage. I don't see it being as significant as it used to be. The reason being is because I think sex isn't sacred anymore. Back in the
That
day,
was a good point.
you know,
Yeah. Wow.
you couldn't have sex unless you were married. But nowadays, it's just like we got Tinder. Go have sex with anybody you want. We have that free will now. It's just different time where marriage kind of correlates with sex. So I don't know if I see myself getting married just because of that reason too. Because it's like I don't need marriage to have a kid either, you know.
True. Facts.
But I would like to get married when I do have a child, though, because I think that
Oh, you mean
commitment between the parents are
Yeah.
pretty important.
Then you get a
Definitely.
divorce. She takes half your shit, including your child, and moves to Mexico, and
Oh,
you're
man.
just fucked.
That's
I
like
don't even
worst-
know why
that's
that's
like
an
worst-
option. Why is that an option?
That's like worst case scenario.
Listen, I gotta hit you with the real world shit, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
if that
That's why I
happens-
still wouldn't compromise.
You
If
know-
I got a girl pregnant, I'd just be like, all right, I'm not gonna be one of those dicks that fucking run. I'll be here for you. But if you think we're getting married, you got another thing coming. That shit's not happening. And we'll take care of the kid. That's
Alright,
about
fair.
it, you know.
I kind of agree with Jared. It's just like, that's definitely a
You would
sacred-
let the child get you into a situation where you get married.
I mean, cause like it's just all about your morals or how you feel. Like if I get a girl pregnant, and like this is why my mom always told me, if you start having sex with a girl, make sure that you like her in that way, because there's always a chance of getting pregnant. That's just why a lot of women out here single and have a kid by a
Yeah,
baby
single
dad.
mothers. Yeah.
that doesn't want to be with you
Mhm.
because he was just fucking
He
you
was
for the
just-
wrong
yeah, he
reasons. He
was
didn't really
just-
care about you. And then a next man comes in and have to deal with that extra baggage, even though it should never even happen.
Shit, I'm
So-
fine with that baggage. Are you not fine with that?
I mean,
baggage?
hey, it's okay, because like at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, pretty
Mhm.
much. But I'm just saying, a lot of things can be stopped before we even got that level. Just because some guys probably be selfish, like, oh, I don't care about her, but I'm still gonna fuck her. I mean, but then when the baby is involved, oh, shit hits
I'm
the
out.
fan.
Yeah, you got a responsibility then.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I guess not a lot of guys though. They just be fucking running, you know.
Yeah, that's how it seems. But don't get me wrong, there's probably some good fathers out there, even if their situation is.
Dads do get a bad rep.
Yeah,
What
they
is
do.
that
That's why I
shit
had to
about?
put that in there. Like, yeah, I seen a couple fathers out there, like, just passing, being in the public, like,
And they
they-
always make it a race then.
Yeah,
It's always
that's
a
a
race
whole
thing.
different story. A whole different story.
Like, I don't know why they always do that shit. But yeah, I just think we're not meant to get married. It's just not.
Probably in this day and
It's not a
age,
viable
maybe.
option. We're creatures at the end of the day. We're just advanced creatures, and all creatures are really meant to do is just procreate. That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have their group of people just continue going on, you know what I mean? But that's all we're really meant to do. So that's why I don't think marriage is a thing. Well, it shouldn't be a thing. and we were talking about it earlier. Why are people against like multiple, like you being with multiple women or multiple men?
Why is
At the
people
same
against
time.
it? Just because it's not sacred. You know, like sex is a really big thing. Well, it's not
That's
really
the
big.
thing. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
That's why
So
Jared brought that
therefore,
up.
there's like people can't sit well. Oh, hey, I'm with this girl. She's having sex with this guy, that guy, that guy, and comes back to me. Like it just like too much energy. Is like having sex with someone is always it deals about energy. You know what I mean? You don't know what transpires within that time frame, and then she's dabbling with all types of women. I mean, girls. I mean, sorry, men, and it just like it doesn't sit well for most people psychologically.
Yeah.
You know, that's why.
I think it's
That's
because we
why.
put value into that one person. So we like possession. We like to own things. So like, if I wanted to relate this to something not as significant, I would say maybe my laptop. I'd let somebody borrow it, but I wouldn't want somebody to borrow it because it costs so much money. Because it's valuable to me.
I wouldn't even let them borrow it.
Exactly. So it's like that. So we put value into that person. What was I saying?
Put value in that person.
So exactly, it's like that. We put value in that person just like you put value in that laptop because we don't want to get damaged by somebody else because we know how to take care of it and we don't think anybody else knows how to take care of it. So that's where I think
Or at the very least, you don't trust them.
that's the other thing. We don't trust them. Deep down, we don't trust them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like now it's a new perspective on my part. It's like, would I let my
He
would I-
over here
would I-
changing his whole mind.
No, it's like it's like I trust some people, you know what I'm saying? But would I let my boys just like let me stop there. Just go on.
What?
Go on.
Where was he going with that?
I think I know. I think I know.
Would I let my boys borrow my laptop? My wife, borrow my wife.
Nah, I figured.
Okay, you got it.
I
Okay.
figured. Yeah.
Come on.
Why would you even think of that?
I mean, because that's probably
What
honestly.
did you just say? That changed my perspective. You trust people. That's why. Because I trust people.
Oh, you
There's
trust
certain people that I trust.
Okay.
But even then, I wouldn't let them borrow my wife.
Exactly. I would hope not.
Facts.
I would hope not at all. I'm not letting nobody even fuck my girlfriend. The hell?
Yeah. But trust me, it's probably guys out there that don't care. You know what I mean?
Oh no, yeah, they be having a whole group just train the bitch, and I
Yeah.
just be like,
This shit's weird. But
it's weird.
Animals.
yeah, that's what we live.
Well, that is what we are, I guess.
Yeah.
They just they aren't as advanced as we are, I guess.
I think what a lot of people forget is like how you got the woman is how you going to have to keep her.
Yo, that's true.
That's
So,
the problem.
that's
yeah.
the
So
thing,
like
yeah.
you know, I think as men we get kind of lazy. Like, oh,
Yep.
we already got her. I don't
Yep.
really have to keep maintaining that.
They think the
And
hardest part.
and vice versa, because girls change.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah,
stop
yeah,
wearing
yeah.
makeup. they
Yeah.
But
stop doing
the
make-
hardest part is getting the girl at first. Like you see this girl and you just think like
I think the
she
hardest
is...
part is keeping her. Not so.
No, it is. But I'm saying that's what guys think though. They think
Oh, okay. I
they
got
think
you.
the hardest part right now is me going up to her, talking to her, and actually hitting it off with her. Okay. So then you gotta like try to create that relationship. You think that's the hardest part, but then once you got it locked and y'all are in a serious relationship, then that's when it happens. That's when you start to get lazy about shit, and you're just like your mindset is I already got her.
Yeah,
So there's
we
not
definitely
much more I need to do.
on both sides take things for granted.
Yeah,
Pretty much. So like,
that's why I
that
keep going back. Like that's why marriage doesn't work,
yeah,
That's the
it's a
problem.
full-time job that people slack off eventually.
and they can't handle. They can't handle it, and
yeah,
they don't want to admit that they can't handle that shit.
definitely.
But it might also come down to you obviously didn't care about that person as much as you thought you did. Because I feel like if you did, then it doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It just feels
Yeah.
like a journey that you're on.
That was
with
well
this,
said.
with this other
Yeah,
person.
Well
I-
said.
You know what I mean? So, you know that and then the other problem is like people do get married because of kids. People get married because of just bad situations. People get married, to give somebody a green card and some shit, and then that's how. Then 20 years later, you're either depressed and in a bad marriage, or you get a divorce.
Yeah, like with the whole marriage thing, is just like I'm trying to. Once I decide to get married, it's like one and done for me. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
I'm pretty much trying to find.
So if you get a divorce, you can never again get
yeah,
married.
because like that's why it's so phenomenal once you find that person, that she actually is on the same page with you.
Mhm.
Like, hey, you know, even if we, because we're like, just like being in a relationship, that's how marriage is, but it's a little bit more upgraded. So like, you pretty much just have to understand that it's gonna take, you're gonna come up with like, it's gonna be arguments, it's gonna be like, you know, fights, it's gonna be disagreements that you just have to understand. Like, hey, that's a totally different person. I have to disagree to agree,
Mhm.
and just be mindful that things are gonna happen. You just gotta have a strong connection that we're gonna get through anything, and that's why I'm saying, like, for me, it's gonna be one and done. Like, I'm gonna let her know. I'm like, hey, this is, you know, if we're really gonna do this, like, this is done. This is gonna be the only time. You know what I mean? If we're going through stuff, I'm just let them know, be open. Like, we're probably gonna go through stuff. You know what I mean? But we have to always come back together and make sure that we work through our.
Communication's key.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, because if you don't communicate, then the one person just gets depressed and hates the marriage that they're in, and then that's where you get into this bad relationship because you just didn't communicate. Like, it's probably not even the other person's fault or even your fault, but because of you guys just not communicating with each other, that ends up being a bad marriage.
There's always two parts to communicating that are really big. Not just saying what you have to say, but making the other person listen or having the other person listen.
Yeah, that's hard to actually, because like, I know through my experiences, like
Mm-hmm.
when I'm talking to a girl, like if we're like communicating, maybe it's like a hostile environment, but most, I'm not gonna say most, like some girls, they not listening to you because they're keeping things in their head that they want to say, and like,
Mhm.
I think people forget that like you have to listen to what I'm saying because you're thinking about what you want to say. They're being proactive of, you
Mhm.
can't respond to me yet until you actually just stop thinking, understanding what I'm saying to you, and then tell me what you're going to, you know, your response. You know, I feel like you can't really force someone to listen to you because it's all about how they perceive the conversation. If they
Mhm.
don't really care what you say and just they want to think about what they want to say after you, then you're going to be butting heads because you feel like they're not even understanding, because you can tell if someone's not listening to you,
Yeah.
and that's going to frustrate you.
Definitely.
So,
Because I know in my experience, I'm well spoken. I know how to get my point across. It's just the problem of them not listening, and that's where I just I can't handle it. That's the turnoff for me. If you ain't listening, I'm done.
yeah,
I'm
I don't
done.
blame you, bro.
The other thing, do you guys consider this a problem that in a marriage, because of it being so long, you have to like spice up your relationship? Do you think that's something you need to do, or do you just think it should come naturally, or like how important is that? Do you think in a marriage?
I think that's very important because, uh, honestly, I'm gonna compare it to as a job. If you go to a job every day, you do the same thing every time, it becomes mundane. So like, uh, in that aspect, you know, if you're with someone for 25 years or so, like, or just, I'm not even gonna put a time frame on it. I think on both sides you have to keep on making things interesting, because as human beings we're gonna get like bored easily over time. If we keep doing the same relationship, if the one person wants to be more want to explore or go on trips, and the other person's like, oh, I want to stay in the house and just play board games
That
with
would be
you.
the fucking worst.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like you have to live outside your comfort zone to actually keep things
You
spicy.
do gotta try new things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So ideally, yeah, I would agree that it would come naturally.
yeah.
But I don't see a problem with it. You know.
So you're not forcing it. You're just saying it just
It would
comes naturally.
like ideally that would be the best situation that it
Okay.
comes naturally. That's probably the perfect marriage for you.
Okay.
But I'm saying like if you know people can make things work. So I don't see a problem with somebody putting in the effort to spice things up.
Okay. So you're on both sides then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll actually agree with you with
Mhm.
that, because it's like, I think you just gotta keep it in the back of your mind, like, okay, like for instance, I think the men have to play a vital role of making things spicy. You know what I mean? Like, just keep, like, because I was told by older men that if your wife is happy, your life is
Yep.
like, you
happy
know,
wife.
yeah,
Happy life.
yeah.
Right.
So like, that being said, I feel like the men always, not always, but like always gotta keep in the back of your head, like, how I got this woman, I have to keep. I have to maintain it, and if I have to go above and beyond to keep things going, hey, you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
So you don't see that as a problem, as like being forced, or maybe even being scared to make your wife happy on like a daily aspect.
I feel like you only have to. That's like just I don't know how to put it. I guess like it has to be like you know, you feel like the connection is declining, so you're pretty much trying to like do something to keep it going. That's bad. But I'm saying to you, when everything's going good, blah blah blah, just like it wouldn't hurt just to do something that you haven't done in a while or something like that, because women goes on based on like emotions or like past, like I can't really describe it. It's hard, but like I think more women operate on the mental state of the emotional state of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like guys is more physical.
Yeah.
So like, you know, just doing little things here and there to actually, you know, make her see that, you know, we good. You know, we're still
A few moments later.
So we were talking about spicing shit up, right? We were still talking about that shit. Were we still talking about that?
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
where it's like the relationship's declining,
Okay.
and the man has to take responsibility of
Well, how far would you take it? All right, so this is where we're gonna get a little inappropriate. We got little options here. We got anal, eating ass. We got
Why
we
is
got
it every podcast.
we got some. Hold on. We got some Deadpool shit. Do some dildo strap shit like they did in Deadpool. You see Deadpool, Fred?
Yes,
Deadpool 1.
I think so.
You remember when it was National Women's Day?
I don't recall. I do not recall.
Well, she put on a strap and
Fuck them.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't recall that.
so I would call that spicing a relationship up. So
No way, my guy. Yo, I'm so speechless. Jared's like,
Yo.
I'm used to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is every podcast.
Every
we bring up
podcast.
buttholes and butt sex.
Why
or
is
something
butt
like
stuff always get brought up in our podcast?
that. I don't know. Last 2 times it was you, not me.
Hey, but you started it.
It was you,
you
not
did,
me.
You did
Last
start
2 times
it,
it was
though.
you, not me.
Okay, but you
that's what I'm
did
saying.
start
the last 2
the
times. All right. I don't know how many
Yeah.
podcasts
I'm
we
just
have.
trying
I'll
to
take
ca-
responsibility for
I'm
those.
just trying to catch up to you, you know? I'm just trying to catch up. But would you do? All right, so take away. I was just being funny with the strap shit.
Okay.
But would you do some eating ass and some anal?
I mean, I have been told.
And recently we talked about what anal can do to you.
Yeah, I have been told that everyone just assumes that I eat ass.
Wait, why do they assume that?
Like because I have a beard and they think I eat poom poom. They think I eat poom poom,
They think I eat poom poom.
and also the ass because I have a beard. I'm just like, that's not the case.
We all got beards.
Exactly.
So that's why I don't understand. Like people like, oh yeah, you eat pussy. Oh, you eat ass too. You know, like it's just like if you eat pussy, you probably eat ass. Honestly, it comes with it.
No.
No,
Those
seriously,
are no.
because
No. Look at the facts, my guy. Look, no.
Pussies
the
are
pom-pom?
pretty, assholes shit comes out of.
the
You-
poom poom.
No.
The poom poom is literally like what? No, the ass and the poom poom. It's like what? 2 inches. Two.
I don't know.
It's like 2 inches from each other. So if you eat in the
2
poom-poom-
inches is a lot, man.
I mean, not 2 inches, probably like an inch. You know, most girls, I think it's like an inch, right? Inch or it
I
varies
don't know.
from women to
I don't
women, but
know.
I really think it's like
I don't
it's
want
not
to look
that.
that up, to be completely honest.
I think it's like an inch or something like that. That's not really a big margin of, you know, it's like you if you're doing it.
I mean, you could do the work on the top half. You don't gotta do the work on the bottom half. Like, there's, you could, there's stuff.
I'm
there's
just-
plenty of space.
I'm
up
just
there
saying,
like
I'm
the
saying
ivory.
real men is gonna tell you they probably did it like they, you know, just because it's right there. You know what I mean? It's
What
both
the-
is right there.
Yo,
If you eating poom poom
oh
good,
my lord,
you know what I mean? Like it's just like it's, bro. I'm not saying I'm out here eating ass. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just telling
I
you.
beg to differ. Yeah, I don't
would
know.
beg to differ also.
I-
I'm hearing that he has some unique techniques that
does.
incorporate both at the
Yup,
same
at
time.
the same he's like, man, it's only an inch different. I got my top lip on
I'm
this,
saying,
and
if
then I got
you-
my
I'm
bottom
saying,
lip
if
on
you
that,
in there properly-
and then my tongue is going up and then down and then up. Just getting both at once, man. That's how you really pleasure a woman.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Oh yeah,
Come in contact.
tell Jared
Uh,
what you told me about how like when you could tell a girl has some nasty. What you said, like a nasty poom poom or something. you said something like that where you could just tell. You just like, nah, I ain't.
I mean, cause like, I just like you can tell, just because like you have to just inspect before you know what I mean. You can't like no. That's why like if I'm in a committed relationship or per se like if you married with your fiance and it's been like I don't
if you're
know.
married, then she ain't your fiance.
I mean, oh sorry, your wife.
Okay.
It's just like why not? Like that's you're going. You know what I mean? It's like it's not no regular girl. That probably just did God knows what to another person, and you coming in. You know what I mean? Like there's like no like if we're committed, if we're on the same level, like hey, I am open to like it's like I'm just talking like real talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just like
Okay, so you're gonna toss her salad. Can she toss yours?
nah.
She can't toss yours.
I was
no.
gonna ask that same question actually.
Nah.
Cause it made me think of
Nah.
the turn-offs video. So she cannot toss
No,
your salad.
like I feel like
Personally, I
you
don't
only-
care for either one, but I'd rather get my salad tossed than hers. Cause at least I get to just sit there and see if I enjoy it. I don't gotta put my tongue anywhere. All right, I just get to chill.
Okay, that's for you. For me, I feel like you shouldn't be doing something that you're not comfortable with. But like I don't know where I'm going with that.
But you don't even know if you're gonna be comfortable with it or not if you don't try it.
That's not like it's like for me, I like my girl this suck my
Slop
dick.
on your
You know
knob.
what I mean? Yeah.
Like, right.
But I'm not gonna like just ask her to do that. Like I don't even want to do that.
Oh, so
You know what I
you
mean?
just have that happen naturally. You don't tell her. You're not like pulling her head down or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like don't get me wrong, I am aggressive in the bed, but I'm not gonna just you know what I mean? It's first of all like I can't really fucking talk about this. Yeah. Like where is this going, Christian? Like
One eternity later.
trying to tell the whole world that Fred eats ass. Do you eat ass?
Hell no, I don't eat ass. You kidding me? But I would have my ass eaten.
There you go.
So did you ever hear this story?
No, tell me about this.
Oh
story.
man, I gotta tell the story.
What, the Tinder story?
The Tinder story.
All right, yeah, let's talk about the Tinder story for the third time.
It might be the fourth. I don't know.
Wow, it might be the
like
fourth
seventh,
shit,
but
yeah.
honestly,
It's just that I feel like it's just such a rare
occasion, yeah.
occasion that I feel like that's why we always talk about it. But go ahead, continue.
Where it's like the girl wanted to eat my ass, but I was like, yeah, what? No, I'm not having that happen to me. You gonna emasculate me? Hell no. You ain't gonna bend me over and just stick your tongue in my butt.
Man, I feel like you missed the best part. You gotta like, lead up to that shit. You didn't even lead up to it.
What do you mean?
You didn't lead up to like her just asking you randomly one day.
Yeah, I'm just on Tinder. That's how it is. But yeah, then afterward, I was like, you know what? That was a missed opportunity. I could have an experience in my lifetime. But I said,
thing.
no, I don't want to experience it.
Yep, that's the problem.
So now it's like, I got to change my perspective.
Gotta
I
change
gotta be
your
open to
perspective.
things.
You gotta be open, yeah.
Just once.
Just once, man.
So would you eat girls' ass if you never did it? You gotta be
I
open.
have
You
to
have
listen.
You have to be
listen.
open. Like
To not
I'm with
sound
you.
like a hypocrite, I have to. If she really wants me to, I need to have proof that she thoroughly cleaned that shit out, that she did not eat nothing beforehand.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like I can name on my fingers. Just 5 fingers. Like I don't do that shit. Like what I mean, just to be doing it. Just like if I'm with that person, committed relationship type shit like that, and if they what are you doing?
2 hours later.
What do you need my perspective on?
About eating ass, because you say you never did it, but you have to be open.
Yo, everybody. Whoa. So yeah, I said she gotta really clean that shit out. Like do some serious ass maintenance.
Would you do
Rose-
it for her?
If I honestly, I probably would just
Yeah.
just to know that shit got done.
Because that's what I said when you was in the kitchen.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I gotta make sure that shit actually gets done. It's one of those things where, if you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely do that shit.
What else?
What else? Nasty sexual things I'd do, or at least think about doing.
But we were on spicing up the
Um,
relationship. That's what we were on.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, so I feel like there's only one thing I wouldn't do, and that is take a dildo in the ass.
Facts, I wouldn't do that.
Facts. Never. That's gay, actually. But my thoughts on spicing up the relationship. I don't think it should be like an event or a one-time thing. I think it should be a project. So if you want to spice up a relationship, I think you should work together on a project. Now, that could be like buying a new house and then renovating it. I think that's a good idea to spice things up, which is a weird take on it.
Okay, yeah, I thought the spicing things up was sexually. This guy.
I'm just saying, like, rekindling the marriage sort of connection.
I feel also like, oh, I see. That's also a good approach as well. Like you talking about like working together again.
Yeah, working
like
together.
Working on jobs, fixing your house, or
Mhm.
like doing things that you said you was going to do but never did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that could work. I don't know if
Could
I'd
be-
call that spicing the relationship up. It's
It's probably like
Well,
a new
yeah,
beginning.
okay,
It's
so-
probably like if you remodel your house together, you guys are like
Building a connection.
Like,
Instead of spicing things up, building a connection.
yeah.
okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
say
good.
that.
Yeah.
And you start a garden. I think that's pretty,
And fuck a garden.
they can eat and cook together, learn new meals.
Goddamn
I feel like that's how you
garden.
should
I would.
go about
I
it.
would cook with. Yeah. I'd
I feel
do
like
some shit
those are
like
the
that.
ways you should go about
Maybe
it.
some dancing lessons. You know, there's a lot of things you could
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean.
I guess we just assumed that was sexual.
Yeah. I don't
So
think it
that's-
should be sexual.
Definitely.
Because then it just gets all physical instead of, like, emotional and spiritual.
Yeah.
People leave that out. You need that.
Yeah, for sure.
See, but that's why I'm always like. That's why marriage is
the reason why
unnecessary though.
I
Because
just assume that way because a lot of girls that I came across, like, or like, just talking to people and stuff like that, and I just feel like things change for a woman because they feel like their man is not attracted to them because
Mhm.
they're not having enough sex or the sex fell off or something like that. So that's what I just see. That's why I probably just start talking about that first.
But that's why that's my ultimate point. That's why marriage is unnecessary. You can do all these things in a long-term relationship. It doesn't have to be a fucking marriage.
You can do that with a friend that's a girl.
I mean, you could, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, marriage is so fucking unnecessary. I feel like, honest to God, I feel like we've gotten to a place where people just want to get married for the money. I honest to God feel that way. Like, even if they don't want to admit it to themselves. They're either doing it to get into the relationship to be richer, or they're doing it to eventually end the relationship to get richer. Like, I just feel like no matter what,
So you're
it's
saying it's a win-win for their favor, in their favor.
in their favor, yeah.
That's what you gotta watch. Who you
I ain't
marry.
gonna lie, I'm one of them. I want myself a sugar mama. If you out there, sugar mama, and you like what you see, hit me up. I feel like marriage is just incredibly unnecessary. You can still do all the things you can do in a marriage, even have the ring if you want it, and then just take out the paperwork, and that's it.
That's true.
So that's why that's my overall thoughts on the thing. I will most likely not get married, ever.
True, I guess it's just a title. Some people just like the title.
And possession.
And
Because
isn't that
it's also
sad? Like that's
you
all
own the
they.
person.
That's what
I
they
mean,
care about is
yeah,
the
it's-
title.
Yeah, it probably fluctuates depending on the person, but yeah, it's probably a mixture of possession. They could be sad or like just some people have trust issues, like
Like wanting to be, feeling like they want to be wanted or something.
Yeah, because like I know like a lot of guys that they're not married with their significant other, but they've been with them for 15 years, got 3 kids.
They're making it work.
They're making it work,
Yeah.
but I always look at the woman, and a woman naturally wants to be married. You know what I mean? So like,
Because she wants to be the one.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's
I
like,
found that out.
yeah,
oh
it's
yeah,
like
that's a good.
So
point,
they-
yeah.
She wants to be the queen.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
yeah.
just that title just really gives them some type of
fulfillment.
fulfillment or just know where they stand.
Yeah.
Pretty much.